Alright, what up, folks? It's the host of the What Was That Show podcast. Today, I got a special buddy of mine, a friend, a brother. He's gonna be the guest for today, or you guys are gonna see him a lot more, throughout the podcast. But this is our first episode, official episode, and yeah, we're gonna start it off with we're gonna start off this journey good, okay? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, this is Lil Tweak. I've been friends with Hamid for quite a bit now.
Yeah, how many
Starting
years?
out this podcast is a huge honor. So,
Hell yeah.
thank you so much for having me here.
But
Alright,
yeah,
cool.
so okay, Lil Tweak. I'm gonna just keep calling you by your name.
You wanna call me by my name?
You know what? You guys call him Lil Tweak. I've been knowing this dude since a while, so I'm gonna call him by his real name, okay? You guys call him Lil Tweak, okay?
Okay.
But
Alright. I'm fine with that.
yeah, but like, okay, so tell them where you're from. Tell them about yourself. Like, who are you? So they have a little bit of context and background about yourself.
I am living in California, down or up by Sacramento, and I've been living here all my life. My parents, they are from Belarus, but they both met here, and then they did the clap, and then I was born, and 17, 18 years go by. Here I am, talking to Hamid,
So
my
where
Habibi.
where is Belarus for the people who don't know?
Belarus is very close to Russia and Ukraine. It's dead ass in the middle, right in between them. So the shit that's going on right there, right now, is kind of very fucky. So yeah, kind of sucks. But I don't have anything to say about it because it's not my place. But I do think that it's just like they both did wrong shit,
Mm.
you know, that led to current events. But yeah, that's basically all my thoughts are on the whole entire political view of this.
Interesting. So you're Russian or German Russian, right? Like,
I'm Belarusian, but I say I'm Russian because nobody knows what the fuck Belarusian is.
mm. So
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 yeah,
like,
just
yeah, it's funny you bring up Russian Ukraine, but you don't side with anybody.
not siding with nobody. Yeah.
So yeah, so for those who don't know me though, I am from Texas. I've been in Texas all my life. I guess I was partially raised in Chicago, but yeah, I've been pretty much raised in Houston, whatever. And yeah, I'm Middle Eastern. I'm from Palestine, and all that good stuff. So Russians and Middle Easterns, we get along pretty well, don't you think, Arthur?
Of many Arabic friends and Middle Eastern friends and Palestinian friends. So yeah, especially in my school too. I got Indian friends, and there's a lot of them there. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that I have a good bunch of Middle Eastern friends, and we get along hella good.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think there's a lot of similarities between Russians and Middle Easterns in terms of lifestyle. Like,
Yeah.
Russians run around with AK-47s, Arabs do the same thing,
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
you guys love vodka, we love hookah, you know?
Oh yeah, it's the best. I
uh,
personally love both, so
okay,
it's
that's on the
both
record.
are pretty
Hey,
good.
Snow, whatever is said here is gonna be heard. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
just kidding though. I'm speaking
oh
for a friend.
yeah, yeah, no, no, no.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
hypothetically, like
Yeah,
almost right. Yeah.
very hypothetical.
Hmm. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like also like in terms of like you guys like to ride horses. We like to do the same
Love
thing.
horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like do you
One
guys like goats?
time, wait. Goats, yes. One time, my sister, she was walking by a horse, and it was a dude horse.
Oh
She
no.
was just walking by, and then the motherfucker got bricked up. It was just it was just awkward because she was like 13 at the time. So
Oh damn, so that horse probably would
yeah,
have been a pedophile.
probably yeah.
Do you think that exists in the animal kingdom?
Pedophile horses?
No, just like in the animal kingdom, like pedophilia. Do you think that exists in the animal kingdom?
Um, Not really. I feel like since they're animals, they just probably fuck any type of female. Some get confused and they fuck guys. Like dogs, for example, they be like, "Damn, bro, looking kind of fine right now."
Well, like there's this black guy on TikTok. I follow him,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
he talks about animals. He's very educated, which is really cool. And
Yes, yes.
like I heard him talk about some stuff like that, like like the animals would get confused and they would do it with other dudes. So like I wonder,
Yeah.
like who knows? Who knows? I guess you wouldn't really know.
I don't even know why they get confused like that.
Well,
Cause
cause maybe they don't know.
shouldn't they know like by sniffing their ass or some shit that they're a dude? Or just like looking, I don't know, or sensing that they're a dude. I feel like it would be pretty obvious, but at the same time, I'm not a dog, so I can't really speak for them. So,
Yeah, and I don't
but
have a
yeah, it
dog,
is interesting.
so
It's interesting why they get confused. I
it
wish
is.
people knew more about that.
No, yeah, I think
Maybe they do know more about that. It's just weird, or I'm just too dumb to realize or to do my research or anything like that.
well, I think there isn't enough research out there to know.
Probably.
So I think that's something that maybe scientists have to look into
Yeah.
to try and see like, okay, what goes on in their head for them to be like this? Are they just are they not normal? Like, animals are probably maybe even sometimes smarter than humans. So like, you know, if something like that was to happen, maybe that animal is like like on the special side of things, if you know what I mean.
Or maybe they're just way too smart for us and it's just normal to them. Could be that too.
Well, I don't think pedophilia would be normal to us,
Well, not pedophilia, but like,
but
man, speaking of sick, I got sick too. I don't know if you could hear my congestion, but
oh,
my nose is a bit stuffed.
do you think it was
So
the
for
same? It was the same sickness?
no, I doubt that.
Oh,
It was probably like some kind of cancer or some shit. I don't know.
oh
Cause I
yeah.
don't think they would die from a common cold, you know.
No, yeah, that's
It's
right. I don't think so.
s-
Like I think you know what is interesting about animals? Their
what?
immune system.
Yeah,
Like these things can eat anything, almost about anything raw,
goats, vultures.
you know, and nothing
Yeah,
happens to them.
yeah, vultures especially, cause there'd be a dead carcass there for like weeks, and it has like bugs on it and shit, and then they fly over there. They pick it to the bone,
Hmm.
and then they're just fine afterwards.
Yeah, it's like they're like rats, but in the air.
Flying rats, yeah,
Flying rats. That's what vultures are. Flying rats. Because
yeah.
that's
And
all
you
they
know what
do.
else is cool though? no, the cool thing is that they don't kill at all.
No.
They they never kill for their food, not once in their lives. So that's pretty cool. Most birds do.
So they're more like, okay, I'm gonna let this thing do my work for me. So
Yeah, exactly.
so I won't have to do it myself.
Or they just
Basically,
wait until something dies
exactly. Yeah, like
right in
rats.
front of them. Yep, yep, yep.
Well, it's nice to know that vultures are basically rats with wings.
Huh.
Yeah, and feathers. But like,
That just reminded me of like the rat torture method.
I
You know what I'm
know.
talking about?
Yes, I don't know if we
Oh
can
man.
talk about it, but let's get into it.
Yes, let's get. I mean, I doubt a lot of people are gonna see this. This is our first podcast, so
Yeah.
fuck it.
So
Yeah.
so correct me if I'm wrong, but the rat torture thing was used medieval times, and it was one of
Uh-huh.
the worst torture methods ever. I saw this on a YouTube video once, and it's not like I
Yeah.
went out of my way to see it. It was like this group of people reacting to that video, and I watched that group of people, and I just so happened to watch that video along with them. So
Yeah.
just to clarify that up, but so yeah, what's interesting is what they do is they put you almost on a stretcher, almost like a stone
Uh-huh.
stretcher. They tie your hands down and your legs, and then they get
Yeah.
like a hungry rat that hasn't eaten, I think.
Uh-huh.
And what they'll do is they'll put on top of your stomach, and then they'll put a hot coal on top of the bucket. And so the rat,
Trap.
exactly, they'll trap the rat. So what happens is the rat will try to escape. So what he'll do is he'll dig into the prisoner or whoever's skin, and it's just such a painful experience.
Oh man, that must suck for the person
Oh yeah.
just, just slowly dying like that. And sometimes it's not even like right when they're inside you, um, you die. Nah, you you feel them eating your organs from inside you. Oh man, but
Um,
I honestly don't even think it's like it depends on whether the rat is hungry. I feel like it's just trying to escape from the heat or from the dangers of dying or whatever. It's just trying to survive, you know?
hmm
So it's not like the rat is evil, it's just the people are.
Yeah, no, the rat isn't the bad guy in this. For once, like the rat is actually just like, oh my god, I'm pretty much being tortured too. I need to find a way out. You know?
Yeah, it's either him or me. That's what the rat is thinking.
Exactly. Like imagine, like let's say you're trapped in a room with a rat, and the only way you can get out is if you kill it. You're gonna kill the rat, you know. So
Exactly.
the rat's gonna
The
do
rat
the
is
same
gonna
thing.
think the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can't really blame the rat in this type of situation, you know. But we can
Yeah.
blame the person who put the rat there because if you think about it, he's endangering two lives: the life of the rat
Yep.
and the life of the human, of course.
Person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But at the same time, what if that human did some fucked up shit? Like, what if that guy um sexually assaulted somebody in the worst way possible, you know? Or what if that guy killed families? Or what if that dude himself was torturing other people? Then he would have been deserved the punishment, you know? But sometimes, since it was like medieval days, it was really hard to prove anything. So I feel like, well, some of the time, there'd just be like innocent people dying.
oh yeah, that happened a
Oh man.
lot, especially during that time, because it's not like they were allowed to go in and prove themselves innocent. It was more like an on-site thing, like, oh, we saw you with so and so, you're cheating. Okay, you're getting tortured. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a huge thing. Like if you're cheating on somebody, like
Yeah.
oh,
Or
dude,
or
or what?
or you're a commie, so we're gonna have to get rid of you. Whatever you're doing different, you're a commie. You're not the same as everybody else. I know it's like a different timeline, but just
A commie
some shit
meaning
like
like
that.
communist?
Yeah,
Oh,
like a Russian spy.
oh. Well, not like you though,
That's
right?
what they.
Because you're
That's
not like a Russian spy.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But like back then,
yeah. Just back then, after the war and shit like that, people thought that if another person did something different, or if another person was acting different, then right away they would think that that person is a commie.
you
So
know
they would
what's,
take that person and either deport him, put him in prison, or kill him.
you know what? I have an interesting similarity to that. Now this is, it's off topic, but it relates to this in a sense. There's this show, you know, Twilight Zone. I think that's what it's called. It's an old show, right? Let me look it up just to get. Yeah, the Twilight Zone. Okay, it was
Yeah.
like a sci-fi type of, almost like a horror mix to it, you know.
Yup.
And there was this one episode we watched in school. I think it was during junior high. That so there were aliens. Now this was a long time ago. I watched this, so I forget.
Aliens.
Yeah, so there were aliens, but there was rumors going around that there's aliens in this certain neighborhood, whatever, you know. Nobody believed it, right? So anyways, so there's the neighbors are starting to like they're still like conscious of, oh my god, I heard that there's aliens in the neighborhood. We gotta watch out, right? So they would so they would, you know, go about their day, and then weird things would happen, like the lights would flicker or they would go out, and then people, so like, you know, stuff like that. So when the lights did go out, everybody would go outside, and then everybody was like, oh my god, wait, okay, who's not in the circle, you know, like who's not here, right? And they would count out every neighbor who wasn't there, and then they would assume they were the alien.
Oh wow.
But now because how it relates to what you were saying. If they did something different just by a little bit, they would think that they were the alien. But
Or the enemy, yeah.
yeah, or the enemy. So they would talk. Okay, okay, what did you do throughout your day? And then they would try to see who's the liar. You know,
Uh-huh.
like, oh no, you didn't go and get groceries because I saw you at your front porch at like 1 o'clock. You know, whatever. But but now at the end of the episode, what was just the craziest thing of all? The aliens were doing that on purpose to so they could destroy themselves. So that way, when the aliens do come in, they already did the work for them. So like there was a mountain that was like located a few distance away, okay, like a distance away. They would be on top of the mountain and they were listening in to the thing the entire time.
Oh man.
So I think those aliens would be like the Russian spies. You know,
Yeah, could be. What if just the Russian spies are aliens in general, just hired by the Russian government?
I
They can
wouldn't,
shapeshift into people, and then they just feed them information to like the KGB or some shit.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You
Who
know?
knows?
Exactly. I mean, the government in general is hiding so much from us, so you never know when that type of shit could happen.
Well, I think that's what the Twilight Zone was kind of about. It was like a comedic, sci-fi kind of horror show that I guess that kind of was just okay. let's take the fact that we're not being told everything and then just put it out in a series, all the different conspiracies and just bunch it up in a series. I think that's what it was about.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not gonna lie, I think there is a lot of things that is just better off that we don't know.
That's
What?
true.
Yeah,
Cause
you
then
agree?
then people would freak out. Yeah. Then
Exactly.
people would freak out. Like the whole nuclear war thing in the Cold War shit, I think. People started I think it was in the Cold War. I don't know. But when people thought that nukes were gonna be a thing, they started making bunkers. Started putting like food supplies. Some people even started living there, just to, like as a head start, you know.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, that could be one of the reasons why they're not telling a lot of informations, because people might freak out, and do some shit like that. But what do you think about aliens in general? Do you think they're real? Do you think that there's something other than just us here on planet Earth,
Most
just
definitely. Yeah.
chilling?
Oh, wait, on
Yeah,
planet
just
Earth
here.
or in the
Yeah, no, I
galaxy?
feel in the galaxies, in the universe,
There's no way we're alone.
there's no way.
There's no way.
There's so much. There's so many galaxies, and I'm I think I heard that there's more than one universe. No, I don't know,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
but since there's so much and it's so vast, there's no way that we have to be alone. And if we were not alone, do you think like the other people or things, do you think they would be like us, like humans, or do you think they'll be like fucking Martians, green people or blue people, you know?
Well, I don't want to bring religion into this, but I will. But only for
Okay,
this thing. So in my
okay,
religion, it says that God created angels, jinns, and humans. Okay,
uh-huh,
and obviously animals and all those. But like the three main creations that can move and walk, talk, whatever, right?
yeah,
So so those are the three things he created. Like those are his three creations, right? But
yeah,
don't quote me on like. Well, I mean that I know, right? But
yeah,
now, what they say is, there's no way we are alone in the galaxy, the entire Milky Way, right? So,
uh-huh,
okay, let's say there were other people. Maybe they are maybe they are humans, but they just live in
probably,
another galaxy. Maybe
uh-huh,
they're not what we think they are, like big or green or big eyes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're probably
yeah,
exactly like us, but just in their type of Earth. Like, you know what, dude? I always thought about this. It was like, so what if, what if they are still back, back, like, back in time, and they're catching up to us, but then there's another galaxy that's ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
most likely,
what if it could be like that? You know, like, okay,
yeah,
this galaxy is in this time period, whatever. We're here, and they're still back. But that's just a little
yeah,
controversy. Like I like to like think about. This is probably not even true. But like in terms
uh-huh,
of are there people out there other than us? Oh yeah, most definitely. There's no way. Like, like I saw a video. Like if you look at it, like in the whole entire Milky Way galaxy, if you zoom out to the to just like our solar system, we're like a second compared to you know what like the time and space. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh,
Like we're basically like okay, we were born and then we died. You know,
yeah, yep,
so it's like I don't doubt that there are other people in the universe. Now, now, here's the big question: do you think we're ever gonna get to see them?
possibly, possibly, because our technology is, I mean, I hope we're advancing, you know. So and plus, before our sun explodes, I'm pretty sure there's like billions of years left. You know what I mean? So during that time, I'm pretty sure we already could probably just hop onto different planets, like Mars, for example. Elon Musk, he is planning to he thinks that if he nukes Mars, that it'll melt the water or the frozen water because of the radiation. It'll melt the frozen water, and then from there it will start like creating algae and then plants and then like other shit, and that'll just be like the beginning of that planet. You know what I mean? Like it was the beginning of our planet.
But
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure in the future we could probably uh, create spaceships that would uh, fucking launch us millions of light years
like Star
into
Wars.
space. Yeah, like Star Wars. Yeah. Oh man, that's such a good series.
Oh yeah,
Star
man.
Wars.
It's so you have billions of people who like it, but then you have a lot of other people who just don't see what's so good about it. But like I always
Yeah.
thought about that. Like, what if we made ships that could go into hyperspace or hyperdrive? You know, and then
Yeah,
just.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. Look, nuking Mars. Cause look, if you nuke something, I heard that you have to wait 100 years, and even then you have to be careful.
True.
Cause the amount of radiation that's there. Like, why do you
Uh-huh.
think that stronghold that's in the Ukraine, where
Yeah.
I think where Yugoslavia was, I think that stronghold. Am I wrong?
I don't even know. I've never did my research about that.
Oh, come on, Arthur. Come on, you're Russian, dude. You're supposed to know this. But
Well, I do know that there's I forgot what the city's name is, but there is also like a city that's been abandoned due to radiation. So there is something like that in Russia, but I don't know about Ukraine.
maybe it is
Let
Russia.
me feel like I forgot what the maybe it is Russia, cause I forgot what the city's name is. Let me
Not
search it
Yugo,
up real quick.
not Yugoslavia, not that one.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
Hold on.
well, but like yeah, like you're supposed
Abandoned.
to at least like 100 years is supposed to go by, but even then you still have to be careful. So so I don't know. It's like it's a risky thing to say. Okay, let's nuke Mars and then live there. You know?
Oh, the city in Russia is called Pripyat.
Oh, Pripyat,
Yeah, it's following the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. The population of
Chernobyl, not
Pripyat,
Yugoslavia. Okay.
yeah, the population of Pripyat was moved to purpose-built city of Slavutuch,
Uh huh.
Slavutuch. That's what it says.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. Some people even visit there to see like what's going on there, you know, because it's so abandoned. Some people have like theories of like spirits being there, like whatever the fuck, you know. Plus, it is creepy there. It is like I feel like once you step foot and you see an abandoned city, it just give you eerie vibes, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure there's a place in a there's like an abandoned town in the Middle East somewhere, and they said that people don't go there because it has so many spirits there, like jinns. It's like flooded with jinns there. So, and if you go there, like you're pretty much, it's like a suicide mission because there are evil jinns, there
And
are
good
smart
gins.
jinns,
Not well. Yeah.
and
Good
good
gins and bad
jinns.
gins. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, jinns in general are that whole that whole topic is just so interesting to me.
Yeah, that's like a whole nother topic in itself because, like, I don't know. Well, I know, but it's just like it's more as if you would want to start with a specific thing about them, and then eventually branch off to what they are. Like,
Yeah.
but like that in itself is just a whole conversation about like what they are, how they're created. Like you know what they're made from, right?
No, I don't.
Well, jinns are created from smokeless fire.
Smokeless fire.
I think so, yeah. Because angels are made from light, jinns are made from fire, and we are made from clay. So, jinns were created from like a smokeless fire. So,
Tell me, tell me more about like your religion and jinns, cause it's pretty different how like uh Americans or view jinns and how other religions view jinns. I wanna know more about like the Middle Eastern or like the Muslim
like
version of
The Islamic thing.
Islamic, the Islamic version of jinns,
Well,
gyms.
gyms. Sure, I'll tell you how gyms are, but like no. So jinns. Well, I mean, and so jinns, you know, really means well. There's two types. Like I said, there's good and bad. The bad jinns are called is like called shaitan, the devil, right?
Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
So
sounds like Satan.
yeah,
Shaitan. Satan.
and everybody has a everybody has like some sort of demon in their religion, like evil spirit or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So, in my religion, now I'm not really educated in it, so don't really quote me on a lot of things I say, but so like how I know is at the end of the day, whether they're good or bad, you don't want to mess with them. Okay, you don't want to involve yourself with them. The good jinns, okay, you want to leave them by themselves. It's not like they're harming anybody, anyways. You leave them alone. The bad jinns, what they do is they're gonna try to mess with you. They'll try to tell you to do bad things. You know, they'll whisper in your ear. Basically, their whole purpose is to lead you on a path that gets you further away from God, right? Now,
Uh-huh.
now you will have good jinns that will like.
Protect you from the bad ones.
No, actually, I don't know. I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that. I do know, like, if you like read certain like surahs or ayahs from the Quran. Surah means like it's like a story in our book, and then an ayah is like a verse, or even a dua. Like a dua is like a how can I explain that? It's like a prayer to God, like you're seeking.
Protect you from the jinns.
Like dua could be anything, but like a specific dua to seek protection from the jinn, you know, like a certain prayer to seek like protection from the jinn, but from by God, I guess you could say. So like I do know like like you will have angels that protect you from them. Like on
Uh-huh.
Friday when you I know on Fridays when you recite Surah Al-Kahf, that's like a it's a I don't know if I should call it story or like it's a chapter. No, juz is like chapter. I don't know how to say it. It's like I'm gonna just call it chapter because that's I mean story because that's what I know. So like it's like a story, but it's not a story, man. How do I want to? How can I say? How can I explain? surah.
You're losing me here, Hamid.
Look, man. I'm trying to explain it right, man.
I got you. There's this one book that is like
Scripture.
very scripture.
Scripture.
There you go.
But what were you gonna say, real quick?
I was gonna say like there's this one book that's forbidden. It's I forgot what it's called. It's like Damsal Wal or some shit like that. Hold on. Basically, if you open the book and you start reading it, you're already like getting bad. You're already like what's it called? You're like a magnet to bad energy
Oh wait, is
once you
this in
open
my
that
religion?
book. Yeah.
I think I heard of this. I think I know which book
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Cause I saw some
I
dude. There's
forgot what
this
it's
guy on
called.
TikTok. He was talking about it. His name is Abu Mecca. He was talking about it. He was talking about
Uh-huh.
this book. I'll tell you the story about that later. But like, let me continue.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know this guy too.
The guy with the beard and
Yeah,
he
he
has
wears
no hair.
glasses. He has a bald spot.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the guy. But like, so let me tell
And
you. Yeah.
yeah, hold on. There's another dude that also does his research on it. It's called his name is Ibrahim.
I
Forgot
don't
his
know.
last name, but he's also one of those TikTokers that are like talking about like the whole entire jinn stuff.
Is
But
he a
yeah,
big
go on.
guy?
Ibrahim.
Yeah, is he like a big built guy or is he like?
He's big. He has glasses. He has a beard. He has like hair. And
He has
he just
hair.
has.
Yeah.
Ye- Oops. I don't know. I'm just trying to describe him to you, but he just talks about like horrifying stories and shit like that, and horrifying true stories
Yeah.
about like jinns and stuff. And it's just like that whole entire thing is just like freaky because it sounds real, and
Well, that's the difference
I feel like it
between.
is.
Well,
What are
that's
you
the
trying to say
difference.
about the?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to say like, so, like yeah. So on Fridays you recite Surah Al-Kahf, and it's a scripture you read, and after you recite it, there's these two. I don't quote me on this, but I think two angels are sent to protect you throughout the day.
Oh, that's cool.
So I know the angels do protect. I just don't know how much. Okay, but I do
Uh-huh.
know like throughout the day you are being protected, right? And because Friday is our holy day, like Friday is the day where we go to the mosque and pray, and Christians have Saturday and the Jews have Sunday. You no, reverse that. Jews have Saturdays, Christians have Sunday. So you know, yeah, but yeah, that jinns. Let me tell you about the story about the jinns, so I could show you the difference between a good one and a bad one. So the book you're talking about, the guy in the TikTok, Abu Mecca, he was explaining how there's these two guys, and it happened in Palestine actually. There's these two guys. They got a hold of the book. They went inside a cave and they read it. As they were reading it, one of the friends sees a pretty lady, I think, but she was naked.
Huh.
And then I think he looked away and then he looked back and then she looked, I think, like almost scary, almost like her face was kind of scary. I don't know for
Very
sure.
abnormal and creepy, right?
Yeah, like very creepy. And then eventually a bunch of people started approaching them. And they were like, "Look, um I don't know what you're trying to do here." Basically, like I don't really remember the video that well, so I don't want to quote it. But like basic terms, he was saying like the jinn was saying, "Look, you're lucky we're not bad jinns. I think like we're not gonna kill you, but if you do this again, like we are gonna come after you because um." Like he was like, look, we just want to be left alone. You have no purpose being in our world, whatever or whatever, you know. And
Oh, the book is called Shams al Marif or some shit like that.
yeah, bro. Look,
Shams al
it's
Marif.
some name, right? You know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like, yeah, they were saying. I think it was like, look, basically they let him off because
With a
look,
warning.
if they want to, they have the capability of just
Murderizing them. Yeah.
yeah. But I think he let him off because he was like, or they let them off because they were like we're you're like it was like I think you're lucky we're not the bad ones or something like that. I have to watch the video again to so I could for sure say what really happened. But from what I remember, they weren't they weren't harmed, but they did see the jinns though. Like that's one thing you never want to do. You never want to try to mix mix in with their world.
Y-
You never want to
Yeah.
do that. Like that is the worst thing you could possibly ever do. Like look,
As interesting as it could be, it'll screw your whole entire life up.
yeah man, it's not even worth the curiosity. That's how I see it. Like it's not even
Yeah.
worth it. Like the amount like these things like okay, we're humans, we want to be left alone, right? We
Yeah.
don't want any like for instance aliens. If some foreign
Yeah.
thing came into earth, right?
Yep.
The immediate force of action would be, oh my god, we got to get rid of these guys no matter how harmless they may be. It's the same thing. They don't what we don't need to bother them, right? They're living
Other
their
with their
lifestyle.
world. Yeah.
Exactly. Now,
Yep.
here's the interesting thing is, so we can't see them, but they can see us.
Yeah.
So, so you gotta think
That's the
about that.
freaky thing.
We
Yeah.
can't see them, but they can see us. So here's the thing: bad jinns can shapeshift into certain things. They can shapeshift into people and into
Animals.
animals. Do you know what animals they can shapeshift into? Shapeshift
Yeah,
into?
they could shapeshift into like spiders, wolves, cats, dogs. Um, so I'm pretty sure there are some other
One
ones
more.
too.
Snakes.
Snakes. Yeah.
Snakes is a big
Wait,
one.
so I got most of it right?
I don't know about wolves,
Wolves.
but I do know. So I do know they can shapeshift into like cats, dogs, snakes. Those are the three I know. Uh, I don't know
Spiders,
about
maybe.
spiders. I haven't heard about that one.
That's the one that I heard from the TikTok guy.
But the three main ones I've heard about ever since I was young was snakes. Snakes was a big one. Cats and dogs. But here's the thing. How you knew so really you can't tell. But one of a major indication is if let's say the snake is fully black. Like even the inside of its mouth is black, it's a jinn. Same thing with a cat. If if
Yeah.
the entire cat is black, it could be a jinn. And
Yeah.
so forth and so on with the dog. Now, what I was taught was if you say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم, if if it goes away, it's not a jinn. But if it comes after you, then it's a jinn.
Shit.
So that's like that's how you could kind of like okay, I see an animal, it's fully black. I can't really see the inside of its mouth. So
That's how you depict.
yeah, like
Pro-
that's like the
yeah.
major thing you could say like أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم Bismillah. Like you know I seek refuge from the shaitan. Like rid him away from me. You know like
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
protect me from the shaitan. You know
And then they'll get mad or whatever.
Yeah,
They'll come
they
after
don't
you.
like that. They
They
don't
don't like
like it when
prayers.
you they don't like prayer. They don't like when you read the Quran. They don't like when you mention God's name. They don't like that. They hate that. You know.
Yeah.
So so you know so you know it's a very interesting topic in a sense to where, oh my God, I want to learn about it. I want to I want to know more, you know. But then here's the other side of it. It's like the only reason why I don't really like talking about it is because I don't want people to become curious to the point where they want to do something and it was because of something
Harm
I
them.
said, and they're like, oh my God, I want to try it, or I want to see what happens, you know. Like, look,
Yeah, but I feel like it's good to educate people like on how wrong and how fucked up it could get, to warn them in case they do like come across it and then they're just like, oh, what is this book, you know? Because there are two types of people who want to experiment with it, and then people who understand and believe that it's bad energy and they'll just try to stay away from it. Those people who want to experiment with it, you can't really help them, you know, because if you warn them about it, they'll go anyways. You know what I mean? But if you warn the people that don't know about it, they'll and then you tell them about it, they'll be like, "Oh, this is not good. I should probably stay away from it." You know
that's
what I mean?
true. That's true.
So
Because it's almost as if,
it's good to be yeah, it's good to be educated on it, but I mean, those helpless people that want to experiment with it, it's just like can't really do much about it.
yeah. I mean, I guess you could say like it's like, hey man, I warned you. You know, so at this point, if you do it, you do it. So yeah, so yeah, you're right. So like in a sense, it's more like, okay, I'm letting you guys know right now. So if you guys came across a situation like this, you know what to do. But like,
Exactly.
here's the thing: when I hear stuff about this, there's not there's not something inside of me that's saying, "Oh my God, I wanna interact
Experiment
with
with
these," you know.
yeah to see if it's really true.
Well, I know it's true, but I don't want to see
Yeah,
it myself. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to see how these things look like. Okay, if I was to see one, because a lot of the times the bad jinns would do it just to mess with you. Like I said, I honestly think I
yeah.
would shit myself.
Me
But
too.
at the same time,
That's when you
honestly,
would know.
no, that's not. Honestly, I always tell myself if I saw one, I'm most likely gonna swap hands with this fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you're already here. Whatever you're here
Look,
for, look, I'm not going down. I'm not going out without a fight. You feel me? Like,
yes,
look,
yes.
I'm not going out without a fight. But at the same time, I think I'd be so scared. But look, at the same time, you gotta remember. Okay, who are you more scared of, God or this thing?
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
But it's really hard to. Okay, this is off topic, but you know how when you get the question like, "Oh, what would you do if someone robbed you or something?" And then let's say you ask your homeboy, hey yo, what would you do if someone robbed you? And your homeboy would be like, "Oh, you know, I would go, you know, I would shoot him or whatever, you know, I'll go look for him, and then
Like,
I'll run my ones or whatever, you know, I'll get it back, whatever." But when but like let's say he gets robbed, and the time, and then the moment of truth, you know, is all of a sudden to be revealed, and he ends up calling the cops instead of going and doing what he said he was gonna do. You know,
yeah, it's the fight or flight instinct.
exactly. So, but I relate that to, you could say, and this is with anything. This is with anything. You could say what you're gonna do in a hypothetical situation, if the situation happened hypothetically, But if it actually happened, are you gonna stick to what you said and actually do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So back to the that whole gin stuff. Like if it, okay, I honestly wouldn't know what I would do.
Yeah,
A
me
lot of
neither.
the times that's the best answer. Like I had a friend at my old high school. Like they would ask me like what would you do if someone robbed you or something, you know, or if someone like or if someone shot at you or whatever, you know. I told them I don't know. I would cuz I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do unless I was in that situation.
Yeah,
That
because
the situation
the fight or flight instinct comes naturally. It's not something that you choose.
exactly. The when I was put in that situation, right? It was different though because it's not like we did get robbed or I got robbed. It was an attempt. So because it was an attempt, right? And
Yeah.
I had my cousins with me. But these guys were older. So it was like, oh my god. It's like my fight or flight was it was like it was still choosing. Like I still didn't know. Like at first it was flight, but then I came back because it was time to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just weird. But it's the same thing. Like, what would you do if you saw a creature so absurd you've never seen before? You probably don't know what a jinn is. You know, you don't know what this thing is. What would
What
you
I
do?
think of. Yeah,
You know?
I would shit myself.
So would I.
If I saw this thing like facing towards me, like I look at my computer for example, right?
Mm.
And then I hear like a whisper in my right ear. I turn that way, there's nothing there. And then I turn to my left, and then that motherfucker is just staring me down. I would literally shit, piss, shart, vomit, like cry, probably all of those. You know, I would just or I would just like just stand there petrified, you know? Like
Or
I wouldn't move.
you know what? Maybe you shitting yourself would actually protect you because of the smell.
Oh yeah, they'd be like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
Oh my god. But
It's
you know
not that
what
deep.
though? We can't. But we gotta remember there are good ones out there.
Yeah.
They're like okay, look. I'm not gonna compare them to humans, but in a sense, they are like humans to an extent to where they have free will of their own as well. There
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
Muslim jinns. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I I don't know if there are Christian jinns and Jewish jinns. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, for Christian jinns, we don't really call them jinns, we just call them demons.
Well, no, I'm
Um,
talking about the good ones.
oh yeah, and for the good ones, we just call them, we would still call them, oh no, we would call them spirits, I'd say.
Oh
Yeah, we
yeah,
would
like
just call
Holy
them
Ghost or
spirits.
spirits. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We wouldn't call them jinns, since it's a different religion, but yeah, I mean, they're basically the same thing. They're spirits are usually the good ones, but there are some evil spirits. There are evil spirits and good spirits.
Yeah, and the evil spirits are would what you would call demons. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like the same
So,
thing. Good
I
jinns,
mean,
but
it
demons.
all it all it all connects. It all connects one way or another, whatever
Yeah.
you call them.
So, but yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. You know what? I would have to bring on a sheikh, like a how should I say, like a Muslim pastor, and maybe like me and you, we could ask him like these detailed questions and see, like,
What he could answer us with. That would
yeah,
be interesting. I would
no,
love
yeah,
to know more about like um situations when you come across one, you know? What to do, what to say. Obviously, you know, you would have to say a prayer, right, to help yourself at least
Well, I
in that
mean, it would
situation.
be if you can, like if you're not so scared to a point where you can't even talk, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So
But
like,
like I said, I'd probably be standing there, petrified, shitting bricks. So I don't know.
uh,
Yeah, but it is good to prepare at least, at least try to survive or
yeah.
try to fight for your your safety or whatever the fuck.
Well, at the end of the day, they're there to scare you.
Yeah,
If they want to
yeah,
do harm, they could have done it already. We can't see
yep.
them, but they could
Who
see
knows?
us.
Maybe there's a jinn in your room right now.
Yeah, no, look, there is. But like I
What
said,
if there's a jinn in my room right now? You
you know
can't,
what?
you never know.
I will tell you this. I will
What
tell
the
you
fuck?
something super interesting. Our prophet.
My sister, my sister walked out and I thought it was a jinn for a second.
You know what? She is one in her
Yeah,
own
in
way.
a sense, in
Yeah,
a
I know
sense.
it's tough, but like, let me tell you something. Our prophet,
Uh,
one of our prophets, our last prophet, the prophet that we, the teachings we follow, Prophet Muhammad, right?
yep. Uh-huh.
All of us are assigned a jinn at birth. All of us have a jinn right when we're born, and it's a bad one. It's not a good one. So we all have a bad. So if you wanted to, you could literally say, "I'm fighting my demons right now." Okay, like you
Yeah.
know how the rappers are like, "Oh, I'm just fighting my demons" or whatever. Like quite literally, you're pretty much fighting your demon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When Prophet Muhammad was born, he beat his demon, and or not demon, his jinn. The jinn that was assigned for him, no, or not assigned, but like the jinn that was supposed to stick with him. Prophet Muhammad punched him like when he was a baby, or the jinn, and then it became a good jinn. And instead of the jinn telling the prophet to do bad things, it would help him instead.
That's really cool.
So that was interesting, right? So I
Yeah.
always thought about that. Like, obviously we can't do that because we're not like prophets, or we were.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he wasn't born to be a prophet. He wasn't a prophet until he was in his 40s. But like, you know, and he's the last one. Like there can't be more after him. Like that's it. So
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, I'm gonna summon my jinn to fight him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna turn you into a
Yeah.
bad jinn. Like you watch Black Clover.
I watched a bit of it.
Well, in Black Clover, for you anime fans out there, there's this episode where Asta, one of the main characters, is fighting his demon, and he has three choices. He can either kill it, um, force it to do what he says, or try to become friends with it. And so Asta tries to become friends with it, which then he does become, excuse me, friends with it. So all these shows and animes, whatever, you know, I feel like these shows are, you know what, what's interesting about the whole show thing, like the shows and stuff. You know how every show and movie has a theme or a lesson behind it.
Yeah.
I think with some of these shows or animes, I think the purpose of it or behind it is, okay, we can't do this in our world, so we're gonna put it in a virtual world, in a sense. Do you agree?
Yeah.
You know, like talking to animals. We can't talk to animals. Okay, well, what if we made a show where um, humans can speak with animals or whatever, or animals can talk? Zootopia. Okay, Lion King. What's another one? Um, there's a lot. You know, or when humans are talking with animals. Ted, Mark Wahlberg talking to a damn teddy bear. It's not an animal, but I mean, still,
Yeah.
it's a stuffed animal. It's the same thing. Okay.
The movie is fire, by the way.
Yeah.
For
I look. I never watched the full movie because I was little, right?
uh-huh.
And it was inappropriate apparently. But I don't know. I have to watch it. I think it's really funny. I just have to watch it.
It is funny. You've got to watch Ted 1 and or Ted and then the second movie
Yeah.
that came out. It's pretty funny.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
But
basically Ted is like his guardian angel kind of. That's
oh.
what that's what the whole thing is about in the end. It's like his imaginary friend or guardian angel like um when he was a kid he was really afraid of storms, and so he would have Ted with him as like company.
Uh huh.
So there was that one part where, but Ted is also afraid of storms, so they're
Oh.
both like shitting bricks together,
Wait, I
and
thought
then they
people
just like
can
make
see
new
Ted
friends and
though.
stuff. No, they can see. That's the part where they uh made the movie like fictional and shit like that is like um Ted or more interesting so that people could see Ted and they could interact with Ted and they act like it's a normal thing, you know, just a walking teddy bear speaking to you, cursing you out, you know.
Yeah. But like there you
Yeah,
go. Like okay, guardian angel. We can't see them, talk with them. I don't even know if we have one. I don't even know.
that's true.
You know.
That's true.
But okay, let's make a movie about it. You know.
Yeah.
Like this guy can see it, other people can see it, they could talk with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as you get older and start to look at it at a deeper perspective, you start to see, oh my god, you know, like wow, you know what I mean? Like, like wow, you know,
Mind blowing.
mind blown, yeah. Well,
Have
yeah.
you ever experienced any jinn activity or spiritual activity or anything like
Shoot, man, if I did, I don't want to remember.
that? Well, there was one. I never remembered it, but my mom told it to me. She said that when I was a kid, um, I was probably like 6 years old,
Hmm.
and I spoke Russian at that time,
Oh
like
yeah.
like you know like
Well, cause you're
um
Russian, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And so my mom, she was freaking me out when she told me this. She's like, one time when you were a kid, you really scared the fuck out of me. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you walked up to me and then you said, I see, I see like an angel or whatever the fuck. Uh, and she's like, no, and then my reaction was like, what? I never remembered this. And then she was like, yeah, you literally pointed at him or at that thing or whatever. You pointed at it and you were telling me that he's standing right there. That whatever that thing is, it's standing right there, right next to me or
Mm,
the mob.
interesting.
And I was just like, what the fuck?
What the
So
fuck?
that was just like a mind-blowing thing that happened to me. And the thing is, when I was at that age, I would constantly have dreams of me dying. Like I
Well,
would always, uh, what?
did you say it in Russian or did you say it in
Oh
English?
yeah, I said, um, Tam Angel in Russian, which means there's an angel
Mm.
over there that was pointing at it.
Were your
And she's like,
dreams Russian? I'm
"Чё
sorry to
там?"
interrupt, but like,
No, they're not. My dreams. Sometimes like people speak Russian, sometimes people speak English. It's whatever I could understand. That's what goes on in my dream. But
okay.
most of the time, when I was in that age, I would always witness myself dying, um, or killing myself somehow. and most of the time, most of my dreams would it would end up with the demon. That's what I thought. The demon would be pinching me in my back, and then when I would wake up, I would wake up with like I'd be laying on my back, right, and then I would wake up with an arched back, right,
Oh wow.
and so I'm waking up, and then I do the arched back, and I'm just like, what the fuck, you know?
But in
And
Russian.
so I've been no, no, I was no in my mind I was just like,
Oh.
whoa, what the hell? Like what was that? And then so that would happen to me for like, until like I was 8 or 11 or some shit. Like I would
Wow.
constantly have those type of dreams. And then I did some research on it, and basically when you have nightmares that you wake up with an arched back, it's oh wait, it doesn't usually come with an arched back. That part I just added myself. But basically when you have nightmares of you dying or something killing you, and then you wake up all of a sudden with like adrenaline, like what the hell? Um, it's basically your brain starting your heart. It's like what are those fucking things called that doctors use for hold on,
Oh, the
you know what I'm talking
electric
about?
pad.
Yeah, 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 it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. That's what made my back arch. It's like something gave me that electric shit to wake my heart up again, started
Yeah.
beating. And so I'm just like thinking, I'm like, what if those demons that were supposedly killing me, what if they weren't killing me? You know, what if
What
they
if they
were
were
trying
just
to
trying to wake you up?
wake me up? Yeah, start my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's when I'm just like, whoa. I'm like, my mind was blown. I was like, what the actual fuck, you know? That shit was, and the thing is, I've been dreaming those things for multiple years. And so every single time I would end up dying in my dreams, but I would be dying in my dreams, but I'd be waking up to reality. You know what I
Now,
mean? Which is
hypoth.
kind of freaky, cause like what if in my sleep I died, right? And then
Uh huh.
I went into the spiritual world or whatever the fuck, the dream, and then
Uh huh.
to bring me back, they kill me in that spiritual world, and then I'm back into my body. That's like the type of shit that I started thinking about. So it's kind of mind blowing. What were you trying to say about something again?
Hypothetically, were you drinking vodka at this time?
No, that was yeah. I started first drink I ever had was like 12. So
Hypothetically, okay. So
hypothetically,
now I ask because okay, if vodka hypothetically wasn't the issue, then you probably had not, I wouldn't say a disease, but you probably had an internal issue that would go
a
on,
medical issue.
a
Yeah.
medical issue. Because look, okay, look. At the end of the day, a science is behind a lot of these things. Sometimes it's not entirely spiritual. But at the same time, whenever you are a follower of the religion of Islam, or or I guess you could say Christianity as well. In Islam, a lot of the things that happens is backed up scientifically as well, because um, because eventually, as the world progresses, we would need modern sources to kind of prove our point. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
if you look at it scientifically, you know, your heart stopped, and your brain is like shooting adrenaline, I guess, to kind of wake you up. Your dream was, I guess, put you in a fight or flight. And like, okay, you see a demon. Are you gonna fight it? Or are you gonna run away? Are you gonna be scared? whatever. How
Yeah,
are you gonna act?
in my dreams, I was always running away from the demon, and then it would catch up to me and kill me.
Okay, that's flight. You're running
Yeah.
away. You're using the adrenaline to run, give you speed, give you power. Okay, he would kill you, and then maybe when what you saw killed you, you had to wake up because maybe if you didn't wake up, too much adrenaline is also not good for you.
Yeah.
Like when you just stim yourself of adrenaline, like that could really
Uh-huh.
like fry your brain. I think I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but like so it probably killed you at the right time to wake you
Uh-huh.
up, so that way you had just enough for your heart to start pumping, and but at the same time, you know, enough to not let you, kind of haywire yourself in a way. So, I mean, you can either look at it as a bad thing, like, oh my God, I'm hunted.
Yeah.
I have something inside of me. I have spirits, whatever. I'm possessed. Or, okay, my heart potentially stopped
It's weak.
working, or it's weak. I, you know, something needs to kind of power it back up. You know what's interesting?
Uh-huh.
On the same topic of dreams, because honestly, talking about jinns is starting to freak me out a bit.
Uh-huh.
What I found out was sleep patterns. Okay, let's say let's say you go to sleep at 8, you wake up at 6 every day.
Uh-huh.
Let's say one day you went to sleep at 12, right?
Yeah.
Your body is gonna wake up at 6.
Because it's already used to waking up at
It's
6.
it's already used to waking up at 6. But here's but like there's this thing that it went in depth to it where wait, let me ask you this before I continue. Have you ever had a dream where you fell off a cliff and then you just wake up and then you start breathing heavy?
Yeah, I had a dream where I fell off a cliff and then I felt the impact, and then that's when I
Yeah, you
woke up
feel the
with my heart
pressure, right?
beating. Yep.
Okay. That happens, or as I think this is the reason why it happens, is because you have an irregular sleep schedule. You've had a sleep schedule all your life, and all of a sudden, this one week you have an irregular sleep schedule. What your brain does is you um it's gonna wake you up at that time because it's gonna think, oh my God, if I don't wake up right now, you know, whatever, right? So in a sense, like that pressure is like, getting you going, so you could come back. You know what? Yeah, because like when the doctors use the electric pads thing, when you get back up, you're breathing heavy and stuff. So I guess yeah, it's really interesting the whole dream stuff and stuff.
Have you ever woken up out of a dream because you forced yourself to? Like you're in a dream and then you're just like, okay, I need to wake up. When you're
I've
in that
tried.
dream and then you wake up.
I've
You've
tried to.
tried that?
I've tried. One was one was um I'm not gonna I don't know. I'm not gonna say
Did I
that
tell
one.
you mine?
Yeah, tell me yours.
Okay, so in my dream, I was I just spawned in this like neighborhood, very familiar neighborhood.
Spawned.
Um, yeah, I don't know, I just appeared, right?
Appear. Yeah.
And then yeah, then I just like play with my neighborhood friends, and I was like, in that dream, I feel like I was like what, 12? I was like a young kid, and then so I was playing with my friend, and then in that dream I had a vape, right?
Oh
I had
wow.
a
Okay.
I had a vape on me, and then I would just like walk around smoking it carelessly and stuff like that. And then I walked into this backyard, and then no wait, no, somebody passed me the vape, right? They passed me the vape in that backyard when I was walking around in there. And then right when they passed it to me, I was gonna take a hit. And then right when I took a hit, uh, it's a Shaq O'Neal, the big ass black basketball player. He's just like, I don't want to see that around here. I'm just like, oh shit. So I put it away, and then I start walking out, and then I did like a big ass super jump into the sky, and then I just started smoking it, you know? And then I saw my friend down there, and I just went back down, and then he invited me into his house to play like Call of Duty or some shit. But his mom was like really strict, and he didn't let she didn't let him invite people over. And so we were about to go in, and then she pulls up, and my friend's like, "Bro, you gotta run." I was like, "Oh shit." So I go around the corner of the house to put my shoes on, and then his mom is like starts yelling at him, arguing at him. I was like, "Oh shit, oh shit." And then my friend, he comes to me, he's like, "Bro, she's coming after you. You better run." And I was just like, "Oh fuck." So I get my shoes on, and then like I super jump away kinda. It was not like a big jump, but it was like uh
Like a
the jump was
Mario
like 10
jump.
feet high.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario jump. And then she's like, "You know what, and I was vaping around this house too. She's like, "You know what, since I'm not gonna catch you, I have everything on video. I'm just gonna show it to your parents." I was just like, "Oh fuck, I can't have that happening because I was smoking around this house, and what if they caught me on video, you know?" And then so in my dream, I'm just like, okay, before my mom finds out, I'm gonna have to wake up. And then I woke up, and I'm just like, fuck, did that really happen? And I just woke myself up from a dream when I could have been in there if I didn't freak out. You know what I mean? I was just too caught up in the
Yeah.
moment. Oh man,
Man,
that's like one of the cases that I had.
I've had a dream like that where essentially I was fighting something. You know how when you're a dream you fight like you're underwater?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very slow.
Yeah, very slow. You feel like, you know, and
Something's dragging you.
yeah, so eventually I was like getting annoyed and I was like, you know what, just wake me up, man. Just wake me up. Like nothing's going on, you know? Just wake me up, man. Like I'm just sick of this. There was
Yeah.
one time I had a dream. You know that lady from 101 Dalmatian, the polka dotted lady?
Oh yeah.
Okay. This was an interesting dream. Okay. I was I was we were in my house, excuse me, and she had a lot of people with her. They were wearing green, right? And this was after I watched Narnia. I was wearing yellow. So my people were wearing yellow, right? Essentially, we met and then we were fighting, right? I had a sword or whatever. And then she fucking stabbed me in the arm, right? I wake up and I feel that my right arm, I can't feel it.
Oh shit.
So I'm
But
dragging,
your arm was just asleep.
yeah. So like she's in my dream, she stabbed my right arm. But
Uh-huh.
right when she stabbed my arm, I woke up. But when I woke up, my right my right arm felt so heavy and I couldn't even feel it. Like I was just dragging along the wall, you know?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me wanting to wake up or anything, but I just think it was an interesting dream, you know?
That is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's like your dream letting you know that your arm is like has no circulation.
Yeah, that was when I was like what, 8 years old. This is where after I watched Narnia, like Narnia 2,
Uh huh.
like with Prince Caspian. After that war scene, my favorite scene of all. I
Uh
don't
huh.
know. That dream just was kind of like a visual representation. I don't know why it was the 101 Dalmatian lady, but it just was. So I think that was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
But yeah, we talked a lot. We talked about a lot of interesting things,
that's
like
true.
dreams, gens, and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm gonna end it here. You
Yes.
know, I think, we can't go on and on and on. We gotta save some conversations when
Save, yeah.
we, yeah,
Save the good, save the good stuff for later.
yeah. Or and like when we get in other people that are more educated, we could ask them the in-depth questions, you know.
True, true.
But yeah, you guys might as well see this guy as a co-host. To be honest, like he'll be with me a lot. Little tweak.
Yes, sir. Best believe it.
Yeah.
Little tweak.
So you want to tell him why you go by the name of Lil Tweak real quick?
Oh yeah. So hypothetically, I went to this party and I hypothetically was on some stuff and hypothetically I was tweaking out a lot, and so they just named me Lil Tweak, cause I'm not a big guy. I'm pretty thin for
Mhm.
my age or my height, and so that's where the Lil comes from, and then Tweak comes from the other part, and so they just combined it, Lil Tweak, and ever since then it's just like a cool nickname that they call me by sometimes. So I don't know. Plus, I want people to to know about the Lil Tweak name when
Oh,
when they hear me or
the
something
history
like that.
behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
So that's basically it.
yeah, there you have it, Lil Tweak.
Yes,
The
sir.
Russian. Oh wait. Also, I needed to ask you. So you're from the CA, right? California, as you guys call it. Are
Yeah.
you West Side or East Side? West Coast or East Coast? We gotta know.
I was born on the West Coast.
So you're a West Coast type of guy. NWA,
All the
Eazy-E,
way.
Ice Cube. Hey, okay.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Well, yeah, that's it, guys. Um, so yeah, I think every Sunday I will be publishing an episode. Um, record on Saturday, publish on Sunday. So yeah, so people don't really look forward to Sundays, or Mondays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now you guys have something to look forward to, okay?
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm gonna make sure your Sundays are the best Sundays that you could possibly have of a Sunday. Cause like,
Yep.
I'm
Instead
not
of
gonna
sitting
lie.
around in that hot temperature outside and
Yeah.
not really feeling like doing anything.
Or cold if you're in Antarctica,
That's true. That's true.
I may have some listeners from there in the future,
In the
you know?
future, yes.
But like, other than
Penguin
that,
tuning in,
oh yeah, my, you know how I am with my penguins, that's my gang right there. We call
Yes,
them,
sir.
we call them black and yellow, like the Wiz Khalifa song.
I thought they're
Yeah.
black and white though.
Oh, well, yellow comes from
The beaks.
the beaks,
Yes.
and the black obviously
Technically,
comes
you're not
from,
wrong.
yeah, because they're black in a sense.
Yep.
Like you don't see white penguins
That's
unless
true.
they're covered in snow.
They do got them white bellies though.
Yeah,
So,
but they slide on their bellies, so half the time you don't even see their bellies.
that's true.
But yeah, okay, that's it. All right, peace.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, no
Bye
problem.
bye.
anytime. All right, peace.